All right, welcome back. Sports Bass Live, 97.3 ESPN. A big day in Atlantic City today. The new Arena Football League team was introduced to the public, and, of course, our partnership with the new Arena Football League team. Joining us right now, live from Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, where the press conference was today, two-time Arena League Football Coach of the Year, Ron James, and the new voice of the Atlantic City Arena Football League team, our own Nick Kosko, as they join us live here on the Boardwalk Honda Hotline. And, Nick, I'll start with you first. Congratulations, man. And I know this is going to be something exciting and different. As the coach talked about at the press conference, this is going to be a fast and furious, unique brand of football in our backyard.
Oh, thanks first and foremost, Mike. And, yeah, no doubt. I mean, I've been a fan of this league for a long time, and really looking forward to what Atlantic City can bring to the table in terms of arena football. I know it's a fast-paced game, high-scoring, and I know Coach Ron James can do one heck of a job this season in the first year for Atlantic City.
All right, Nick, and, of course, you have the coach there with you. So let's get into a couple of things that, he's been in this league a long time. Coach, I heard you say you were in Vegas. Now you're in Atlantic City. You couldn't ask for a better stopping ground. But I'm interested for you guys to kind of discuss some of the unique features that our listeners should expect to see with the new team.
Well, it's a different brand of football, obviously. You've got a 50-yard field, but you've also got rebound nets on either end. So you're going to have live kickoffs, which a kick returner has to field. The ball's also live if it happens to be thrown at the net, too. So you got a rebound effect, which is unique. You don't have that anywhere in any other league. And you've got players that are quicker than they are fast a lot of times. And you got boards that surround the field also, so players can get high impacts into those boards. They can go over into the stands. Any football that goes into the stands, fans get to keep. So there's a lot of unique things about the arena football game that I think fans will really take to here.
Coach, I wanted to get into it with you. Obviously, you bring a lot of coaching experience to the table, as you mentioned in the press conference today. What is one thing you could take away from your long coaching career so far that you could probably bring to the table for this new Atlantic City team here this year?
Well, the basic thing is stability in teaching. So, we're going to have a coaching staff that's going to be great teachers of the game, and myself included. I want to be, a mentor to some of these younger players and coaches, and also ingratiate myself to the fans so that the fans will understand the game better, because there are some unique attributes to the game. So a few of the things that I just talked about, but also there are some penalty situations that might arise in a game, and a novice fan might look at it and go, well, why did they call that? So it's constantly evolving as far as teaching fans, teaching players, and making sure the product on the field reflects that teaching, and I'm really excited about the opportunity.
Let's dive into your coaching staff a little bit. You bring a very young, but I would say eager staff to the table. Let's start with your offensive coordinator, Shane Stafford. He is a former quarterback in this league. He knows the ins and outs of this game. But what is that exactly what you look for when you're looking at Coach Stafford and bringing him to your staff?
Oh, absolutely. I worked with Shane in Tampa Bay when I was the head coach down there, and Shane was my quarterback coach. And so he learned my offensive system, and now bringing him back as an offensive coordinator, he's earned that rung up the ladder. Very intelligent coach. Knows the game, as a quarterback. Played quarterback at UConn. I mean, he's got a good pedigree as a quarterback and understanding the arena game. So I'm excited to have Shane working with me again.
Seems like Shane is going to be the bulk of the coaching on the offensive side of the ball. Talk about your defensive staff so far. I know, again, very young and eager, but it seems like they also bring a lot of experience to the table as well.
Yeah, both of my former players. Sergio Gilliam's he's a third-year coach, so he has a little bit of coaching experience. Caesar Rayford is a rookie coach, but Caesar Rayford has played 4 different NFL teams, played 2 different CFL teams, played in the Arena Football League for a number of years. Breadth of experience, an eager young go-getter. Sergio Gilliam played for me in 2 different stops in the AFL, so he knows my defensive systems. So it's just kind of a no-brainer to put those guys together in this marriage, if you will, here in Atlantic City.
Now, not to look too far ahead, but obviously they mentioned it before. There could be a rivalry now between Atlantic City and Philadelphia. I guess they call it the Expressway rivalry. Maybe we'll coin that phrase. But that's the opening game. It's at Philadelphia. What does it mean for Atlantic City? First year in the league, and they're going to open up with the Philadelphia Soul, 3-time Arena Bowl champions.
Oh, perennial great team, and coached by one of my former players, Clint Ozell, the head coach there, played quarterback for me. So it is a natural rivalry because of how close we are. But, I've got a lot of friends on that staff and former players that play for Philadelphia. So there's going to be an intimate knowledge between the two teams as well as far as what we're going to do and how we're going to attack the game plan. So it's going to be interesting. And to open up with them, I think is tremendous because they always get great crowds in Philadelphia. It's going to be a well-coached team. They're going to be very talented. And so we're going to get to know. It's going to be a litmus test for us. We're going to get to know where we're at right off the first game.
Now, you've been around this league a long time. The league has gone in sort of waves. You have 18 teams now down to 4 last year, back up to 6 this year. What's it mean for you to see this league starting to expand once more with Atlantic City and now Columbus this year and then possibly even more teams next year?
It's a total genesis of the league, and I love being on the forefront of that. Last year I coached in the Canadian Football League, and so to be back into the AFL at this juncture is enormous for me professionally because I can see the growth, see the vision, and understand that, yes, we're expanding to 6 teams, but it's going to blow up from here, and they're talking as many as possibly 4 more teams for the coming year. So I want to be in the forefront of that. I want to be on the ground floor, and I think Atlantic City is a great springboard.
In case anybody didn't actually see it before this press conference, they shot off confetti. I would say, I would hope for you as a coach, that's not the only time you see confetti come down this year for Atlantic City.
Well, you want to be the guy under the confetti at the end of the year. That means you won the championship. But I wasn't shocked to see it because I saw the machines out there. But when it falls on you, you're looking at yourself going, okay, this is not familiar at a press conference. But entertainment capital here, of the East Coast, Atlantic City. So we don't do anything small here, I guess. So I love it. I love the atmosphere.
Now, obviously, Philadelphia is an historic team in this league. You have other teams like Albany, Baltimore, Columbus, and Washington, D.C. as well. But you got to think Atlantic City is somehow a very unique spot for the Arena Football League.
Oh, it absolutely is. I think just because of the entertainment aspect of it, because of the summer destination, all the things you want to throw at throw a cliche if you want it at it, and it'll stick here in Atlantic City. But the biggest thing about it, I think, is that it's unique because players will see, our housing's right on the beach, things that are going along with that, top-rated facilities, everything that happens here happens at a different level than the other teams currently in the league. And I think that's a great opportunity for us to grow a franchise and to give back to the community and be something special here.
We're talking with the voice of the new Atlantic City football team, Nick Kosko, our own Nick Kosko, and the head coach, Ron James. And, Coach, I want to ask you real quick. This is unique. I always wanted to pick the brain of an Arena League coach and how you develop offenses. Like when you get into coaching, obviously there's no high school Arena League or college Arena League. How do you develop your offenses and your game plans?
Well, it's basically looking for a skill set that's going to mirror to the game, right? So you're right. They don't play it in high school. They don't play it in college. Unique feature of the game is the high motion that you see running towards the line of scrimmage, and then you're looking at that going, wow, that's a big advantage, and it is. So you got to work on the timing constantly, and offensively you're always working on, you can score from anywhere. So one of the things you're going to notice watching a game is that we rarely kick field goals. And so, I had this commentary from me when I worked in Pittsburgh from Lynn Swan. He wears a gold jacket, right? And he said to me, he said, look, why didn't you kick a field goal? It was 4th and 15. I said, field goals are for losers. We'll take the 6 instead of the 3 every day of the week. So, I'm excited about, teaching fans the nuances of the game and understanding exactly how we can put it together week to week.
Well, Coach, last question as we let you go. It's a busy day. Congratulations for the announcement and everything. You guys did mention you, Jaws, George, everybody associated, active in the community. What are some of the things that, you've done in some former stops that you're excited about bringing to Atlantic City to get this community more involved with the team?
We've had a number of different community events. One is Get Fit, Have Fun, which is it's akin to the NFL Play 360 type of thing, and where we go into schools and teach kids about fitness and teach them about healthy habits and all that kind of stuff. We've also done reading programs where we go in and read to grade school kids and kind of show them the meaning of literacy and education and what that can do for you, not only as a professional athlete but as a normal workaday person. And we also did a thing in prior years called Coaches Commandos, where we'd have our players dress up in fatigues and go give meals to the homeless and do things like that. So we're innovative in the things that we do in the community, and I'm looking forward to seeing just how we can impact our community here in Atlantic City.
Well, we look forward to it. The season opener, April 27th in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center, and then the first ever home game at the Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall, Saturday, May the 4th against Columbus. Clear your calendars. Make sure you get out to a game, and if you can't, you can listen to Nick Kosko right here on 97.3 ESPN, along with Coach Ron James, who will have a coach's show here on 97.3. Coach, we welcome you. And, Nick, we're excited to hear you bring us all the action on 97.3 ESPN. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, that is the coach, Ron James, and, of course, our own Nick Kosko. They will bring you all the action right here on 97.3 ESPN. A big day in Atlantic City. The new Arena Football League team will begin kicking off the season April 27th in Philadelphia against the Soul, and then, of course, right here in Atlantic City the following Saturday night, and we'll bring you all the action on 97.3 ESPN. Back with more.